You can substitute a move in for a standard. You can't use substitute a standard into a move.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do is, he's actually just going to go ahead and chill there.
And sorry about that, viewers. We had technical difficulties.
All one of you.
Yes, the one being me.
One thing too, Mauricio, is that the checks are actually athletics or acrobatics, so it would have been actually opposed athletics checks.
Oh, okay.
So not sure if he still would have been plus. Well, he probably still would be +5 because that's a strength check anyway. So
it's he's actually trained in athletics. So
yeah, mine's actually my strength is +4, so it was close.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's do. We'll charge that up next time. But Kalen, you are up.
Okay, I can see the guy hiding kind of behind the pillar, and I can see the guy right in front of Glix, but I don't have clear line of sight to either of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to right here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and Kalen,
4,
you missed
5,
it. There's
6.
one more attacker. There's one more attacker behind me and to my left.
Okay.
I
can't really get a clear shot at any of them, but I'm going to try to shoot that guy back there with a firebolt. He probably has some sort of cover.
I think at that point, he's partial cover there.
All right, so I'm going to shoot a firebolt in his general direction.
All right, you are at disadvantage. That hits for 5 damage. Cool. All right. And now these guys get to attack, which is fun.
Fun for who?
Fun for Mauricio, at least. I don't know.
I'm thinking it's definitely not going to be fun for me.
There you go. All right, so this guy's going to go ahead. He's going to pot shot Glix. So let's do this. That does not hit. And he's going to go ahead and...
Coward.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Right there. This next person is also going to attack Glix. That does not hit. Well, 13 does not hit. Wow.
Nope. 15 AC.
Wow.
Was that a bow as well?
That's a bow as well.
I'm slithery, man. I'm slithery.
You are. You are. This person's going to move right here. And now we're back up to the top with Glix.
Alright, I am not going to try to grapple this guy again. I don't think. Instead, I'm going to attack. And let's see here really quick. That is, I get 3 attacks. So I'm going to punch this dude in the head.
Go for it. That hits.
That's the fist. Then I'm coming around with the right elbow.
That hits.
And I'm going to follow it up with a vicious chest kick.
With a what?
A kick to the chest.
That misses.
All right.
That one misses.
So we got 9 points of damage.
All right.
His torso probably wasn't where you expected it to be after the vicious
points of damage.
Fist and the
elbow. Hang on just 1 second.
I like to think his foot hit the guy in the torso and it just bounced off. And loud clang.
And that's
he was
it.
He was like so.
No flurry of blows.
There we go. All right.
Hang on just 1 second. How the hell did I roll a 10? How am I doing 10 points of damage? I roll a D4.
You're getting a +6.
Yeah.
Apparently, +6. One of your monk skills gives you enough pluses to hit +6 somehow. I don't know.
It should be 1d4 plus 3.
Really? Well, maybe.
That's what I'm seeing. It's weird there. I mean, there's so many parentheses. I'm having a hard time figuring out even like what rolling 1d4 base damage. 14 minus 10 divided by 2. I don't even understand what I'm looking at here with all this formula.
Let's go to your character profile for a second.
I mean, not that I'm not happy I did 19 points of damage with 2 4-sided attacks, but it just seems a little much.
Seems heavy, but maybe that's just how you are.
Well, I am pretty badass. I mean, no question about that.
Oh yeah, it's just how it goes sometimes.
I mean, when you punch him with your hands, you are kind of basically hitting him with hams,
Yeah.
You also have 40 speed, which I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I do have 40 speed.
Keep forgetting that one. So
yeah, well, I moved 80 just a minute ago.
Yeah.
With the dash.
Yeah, that's hardcore. All right, we'll keep it. Figure it out later.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, that's okay. Well, anyways, carry on. Okay.
Wow, you're up.
All right, so same general thing. Move to here. Is this the guy I had already fired at?
The person right here. I don't know if that's showing up for you.
No.
Right there.
Yep. So
That's
I can see him again.
Yes.
And I can fire at him again, so I shall.
Go for it. That misses.
All right.
That will miss.
That's it for me.
Spectacular. Okay, so Big Night Man raises up his sword, and he is going to do a double attack on Glix.
I'm going to use a key point right now and bring in patient defense.
All right.
Which gives me the dodge action.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action.
All right. And what does that do?
Plus... hold on. I don't know. It just sounded really cool. Hold on. Damn it. If the index was in more than 6-point type, it would be great.
Yeah, it is kind of small.
Yeah, 192 again. So I'm
going to resist making further jokes from there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. You are still on headphones, so we wouldn't really do that great anyways. Until the start of my next turn, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage if I can see the attacker, and I make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
Okay, so 15, does that still hit?
Well, you're at disadvantage. Oh, 15 is what he needs, yes.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and... Those will both hit. So 2 hits we're going to get in. And you take 12 points. And you take 20 points of damage.
We're going to need a healer.
Is this square to the south of Glix? Can I stand in that?
You can occupy that, yes.
Okay.
I'll give you the corners, so you can occupy those.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see. What can I do to hit that guy? Thinking. Witch Bolt, that's a 30-foot range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Could move to there. How injured does that guy look? The guy right in front of Glix.
It's Glix has put on a couple of good hits on him. So he's about, hold on.
Because I did 19 to him last round, and what did I do to him in the first round?
You just grappled him. So he's bloodied at this point.
No, I did 7 to him the first round as well.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's bloodied, for sure.
Okay. That's probably not a good use of Witch Bolt, then. I'm going to shoot a firebolt at that guy that Lyle's been shooting at.
All right. You got your line?
Yeah, I have a 120-foot range, so as long as I have line of sight, I can hit him.
Okay.
Character sheet, spellbook, cantrips, attack.
And that will hit for 4 damage. Okay.
And then I'll try to step as close. move as much as I can in what's left of my turn and get behind the wall if I can get behind it. I don't want to be standing in the open in front of an archer.
All right. Cool. So that will bring up the Dapper Gents. Cool. He's going to... Cool. Excellent.
Oh.
And that's line of sight, so we're going to go ahead and try to attack Caitlin.
This isn't going to end well for me.
16 minus 6. 16 hits, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I have a 12 AC, Mauricio. Basically anything that isn't a 1 is going to hit me.
All right. This gentleman down here. Oh, yeah. This is coming up aces right here. Man, he's going to attack Lyle.
Wait, he's got a bow? What's he doing?
Yeah, he's got a bow. And he's not very good with the bow, apparently. So he completely misses that. So
Nice.
that will bring up Glix.
All right, I'm attacking.
Go and get it, big boy. Go
Yeah, I'm
and get it.
I'm going flurry of blows here, so we're going 5 shots.
Yes. Misses.
Jesus.
Hits. Misses.
Crit.
It's a crit.
Yep. So here's the first basic attack.
All right, so
7.
7.
Here's the crit. So that's 11.
Cool.
And the headbutt.
9. Oh
And-
my god.
Saving throw, dexterity save, and I'm attempting to knock him prone.
Well, you don't have to worry about that because he is dead. So what
Nice.
happens is that you find all the weak points in his armor, right? And we're talking about some Kill Bill shit. Combination of moves, and he just kind of falls to the ground. We're going to leave him on the map, but he is very dead.
All right. And then I'm going to take my 5-foot step backwards.
All right,
Engage this guy.
Perfect.
my man Glix. All right,
Hmm.
Lyle, you're up.
All right, so Glix just gave me a present as far as murder is concerned. I can now move into position on this guy and have all of my abilities.
All right, and are you using the +1 dagger?
Yeah, I guess I will.
All right.
That seems, yeah, drop the bow, pick up the dagger. I have to refresh my memory about what the hell the actual thing is.
Okay, so
Sneak attack plus 2d6 when I have advantage on combat roll or when an ally is 5 feet. Okay, cool.
That guy's got a bow, and that guy's got a bow in hand, so you would have advantage regardless.
Yep. So this
Okay,
is what happens.
Advantage and sneak attack. All right, sweet.
So you're pulling out the dagger now.
Yeah, on my way.
You get up to this guy, and he's got dead face. Like it's gray. He's wrinkling. He's decaying pretty quickly. You pull the dagger out, and it is glowing something fierce. You're rolling at advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
So there it is.
So that'll hit aggressively.
And then the sneak attack damage is there.
So you kill him, just like pretty
Dagger
fast.
up through the jaw. I came in low, jumped up, right up underneath the jaw with the dagger.
So what's going on with the jawline is that there's like singe marks emanating from like where the blade entered, and it just kind of starts spreading, and there's like radiant decay going on with this man.
Nice dagger.
You're welcome.
Mm.
We still have to pay for that, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't actually paid for it yet.
Well, it's on loan. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
It killed this guy. That's what matters.
Seriously.
It comes out of our cut if we if we ever get our cut.
All right. So this is what happens with this gentleman. Just keep him in mind, but he is going off the map. You see his arm just kind of try to shoot up, but the rest of it just kind of finkles and fades away. He just kind of turns into dust. So he's just an empty plate of armor at this point. Kalen, you are up.
Has anybody hurt this guy at all?
What happened?
Has anybody hurt that guy? Okay.
No. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at him. 22 hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Which bolt is that?
So he takes 8 damage for now, and
here also weak.
I had to keep line of sight to him, but I'm gonna move to there where he at least has disadvantage if he tries to shoot me.
Is that line of sight?
Yeah, I can still see him.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Which guy is this? Okay, so let's do this.
One of them is the dead guy.
One of them is the dead guy. He gets up, so guys, get your opportunity attacks in.
Who got up?
This person right here.
Oh, he got up.
He got up. Yes.
Okay. So
But he's got like a really gnarly burn mark into him.
He needs a new face, basically.
Yeah, that'll hit. So go ahead.
Dude, how's that not a crit?
I have no idea.
Something's messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Something's messed up. You know what? I know what it is.
Right, there's my sneak attack,
Well, that hits for sure.
and then
I know what it is.
All right. Well, and you kill him again, and this time he completely burns up.
Let me just see something here really quick.
All right, cool.
No? What the hell, dude? Now I'm doing even more. My attack is showing as a D20.
Well, yeah, it was an attack roll against
sorry,
AC.
damage. Yeah, see, there you go. I fixed it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I had up at the top underneath the ability scores under bonuses and penalties. I had 3 on my attack and damage.
What a jerk!
No, because that's my bonus, right? Because I can use dexterity, so I put it in there. I didn't realize it was pulling it down. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, this person's gonna go down and try to shoot Kalen in the face, and it hits for 5 damage, which is not that impressive at all.
Except I only have like 28 HP, so that's actually a decent chunk of my hits.
You'll
It's
live.
all gonna be okay.
I'll live. Glix, you're up.
Well, 40 feet. You're not safe.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, it's there. Fucking again. Forgot you got 40 feet of movement.
Yeah. So there's no place you can go where you're safe from the fists of fury. And here they come.
Nope.
And they're at advantage because he has a bow.
And I'm going flurry of blows. This is my last key point.
All right.
And
That misses somehow. Somehow that misses.
barely missed.
That hits. That misses.
Come on, elbow.
That hits.
And finish him off with the headbutt. No, 2 attacks.
That misses. Well, this makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
This does make quite a bit more sense.
Still 11 points of damage.
That's very good.
And he won't be shooting.
Or
Hey.
13. Is it 13?
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
And Lyle, so that one that we killed the second time, that thing stayed down this time, huh?
I guess so.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. I can't move that far, but I can move
Just get yourself in.
to here. Oops, I'm going to change. I can move to here, and I'll throw the dagger at the gentleman in question.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
And
Get a crit.
it's not a
Nice.
crit.
You hit.
With your mat. Oh, nice.
And that dagger is stuck in him. He goes down. At this point, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move out of initiative, unless you guys want to not burn him alive.
I just want to stomp down on his head and crush it.
Yeah, that'll do it. So that guy's kind of X'd out.
All right.
So
I
what
collect,
you have?
collect the dagger and the bow again, and then let's go over and look at this dude.
All right. So this is just a pile of clothes here. There's not much ornate about it. You see some inscriptions that match the glyph that were in the altar.
Wait,
in this kind of clothes.
The dude with the sword?
Oh, the dude with the sword.
Yeah, no, not the zombie or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, dude with the sword. He's just like a little pile of ash inside. Very different type of ash than the zombie dudes. So, you look in. You're taking a closer look at this armor. There's like a very ornate inscription on the inside that is just like a series of circles and triangles.
Do I recognize whatever type of magical dust this guy is turned into?
It's vampire dust, and it's like just this like really ornate and very articulate. A lot of attention was paid into creating this thing. There's like some blood deposits on the inside of it. There's been a lot of care taken into creating this thing. The armor, as you kind of get up to it, you recognize it. Specifically, it's about 300 years old, and this was a big old strong man. You try picking up the sword, and it's like really stupid heavy. It's like dumb heavy at this point.
Yeah, I can attest that dude was very strong.
Yes, that hurt quite a bit.
So we should give that sword to Brahm, is what you're saying?
That'd probably be a good idea.
And the armor.
Also probably be a good idea.
We need to hire
Since
some
they're
muscle.
standing in the shadows right now, we just give it to him.
Yeah, well,
I ain't
he's pack
carrying
mule.
that.
He's a
Yeah,
pack
what's
mule. He's
the
carrying.
storytelling assumption? Are we assuming that they're here and they just, they're missing and whatever? And
let's go ahead and role play it out that they're back at the cart, waiting for you guys to return from your incursion into the fort. Somebody had to watch the supplies.
Okay, good.
Yes, the military loaned us a cart. Rather nice
It's
cart.
it's like a mile away, though, right? I mean, it's far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for now, I guess I'm carrying this stuff.
Yeah, well, you are the strong man.
Yeah, my
The
14
armor
strength.
weighs more than I do, so I'm not carrying it.
Yeah.
And it probably weighs more. If it weighs more than me, it weighs more than Lyle. So
yeah, probably.
I can carry it. I'm not carrying much else, so. I'm in desperate need of some healing right now, though.
yes, me too.
So what I need is about an hour, so I can meditate and get my key energy back
And hit dice.
and and spend some hit dice.
So, yeah, go ahead and take that hour. I was going to.
Before we do that, I say we should explore this room and figure out what all is in here, though.
Yeah, let's make sure it's empty.
I don't see anything in here. There's 2 doors. There's a door in the northwest corner and a door on the east wall.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Does
go
the
back
armor
here.
or the sword that the vampire guy left feel magical at all?
No.
Okay. I'm going to pull a bag. I'm going to pull a bag out of my bag that I use to store like an ingredient pouch type thing. I'm going to collect all the vampire dust up carefully and just put it in a bag.
Go for it.
Vampire dust is valuable shit.
And is there a scabbard for the sword?
There is. It's a gold scabbard. It's got some old writing on it that you can't quite understand. There's nothing arcane about it, but it's.
Well, while
I don't-
he's resting and doing that, I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages and figure out what all it says.
Okay. How long does that take?
Guys, 1 action. Lasts an hour.
Okay. So as you're reading this scabbard, it's like it's an old northern language, and it's just basically it's a lineage of his entire line, going all the way back to his great grandfathers, great grandfathers. So it's about a 900-year family line. You can pretty much surmise that this person was a very important northern prince.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm gonna assume that that's valuable to some historian or the other, and we're taking that with us.
Okay.
I'll carry it.
I can carry a scabbard. That's not a problem. Just play
Oh well, I
well.
mean, I need the scabbard, or I can't carry the sword.
Oh, guess that's true.
That would create problems.
Yeah, especially since I don't know how to use a sword. So a
I
character
guess
can
I could
spend.
drag this sword along with me, but it'd look kind of comical. Thing's probably as tall as I am.
Oh, so here's how a short rest works. So a character can spend one or more hit dice at the end of short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level. For each
Alright.
hit die spent in this way, the player rolls the die and adds the character's con mod to it. The character regains hit points equal to the total. The player can decide to spend an additional hit die after each roll. The character regains some spent hit dice upon finishing the long rest, as explained below. So I can spend hit dice. Oh, okay, that's cool. Actually, I like that. It's a good rule. So I have 3 left because I've already spent 1.
All right.
So I gained 3 HP from spending the hit dice, and I'm not going to spend another for now.
So, oh, that's great. 3. I'm going to do another one. 6. That's 9. I'm going to do one more. It's my last one. Seriously?
You had some shitty ass shit right there,
Oh
man.
my god! 3, 6.
7.
Okay, that one got me 7. So I'll spend 2, and I'm at 26 out of 27 now.
You guys could really,
Wow, that was.
you guys could really use a healer.
Hey, where's the rest button? Where are you seeing that?
It's on the character sheet on the front page, where it's under the thing that says hit dice.
Character sheet, front page, like bio and info.
Core stats. Hit dice along the right side.
Oh yeah, because you have bonuses to that. So
I was just adding them in though. I'm still not
okay.
seeing.
Core stats, right side, right under level and experience.
Core stats, level and experience, hit dice. Oh, use. Oh, that's what you were doing is use, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay, well, I got freaking 10 hit points back on 3 hit dice, so that's great.
Good job. Really
That is
good healing.
useful.
Really good healing there.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm a monk, not a cleric.
Oh. Shots fired. Shots fired.
So should we check out one of these other doors, or should we try to take a long rest, like back at the last room? with the
I say we
abattoir?
should investigate one of the other doors because we've still got offensive firepower available.
All right, let's do it.
Left hand
which
rule,
door?
so that would be this door here. Actually, wait, there was an alcove back here. Is there anything in that alcove right there, Mauricio?
No, which is
Okay.
strange.
Okay. So that's just an alcove that just is there.
Yeah.
Sorry, you
All
guys
right.
cut out. You guys cut out for a second. Where were you? What happened?
Oh, there's a little you're talking about the little alcove by the entrance where we came in?
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's nothing in
Yeah,
it.
no, it's just a little ditch.
Well,
Well, we're going along the left wall, right? So this door first.
no. We got to search in here. Do we search?
We have not searched yet. Do we want to search?
Yeah, we gotta. I mean, what's the little alcove?
I'll
It's
go
okay.
and I'll go while he's resting.
investigate.
I'll go and poke the walls. Casually.
You're investigating the alcove, and there's nothing in there. Like it doesn't even like trick open to like the other room, which would be the logical assumption.
All right.
But who's investigating where?
I was
I was
just walking
investigating
along the
the
walls in general.
Okay. No
I'm-
magic door.
I suck at investigating, so I'm not even bothering.
What else do you want to poke around at, Lyle?
Well, what's over here? I haven't looked to the right of the pillars. Okay, no. I mean, nothing. We can. I guess the wall along the left here, where I'm standing, makes sense.
Okay, cool. You roll me up an investigation. So you start like kind of running your hand along it. It takes you up north, and then you kind of head back down south. You notice that this little divot right in here, it seems to be something that you can poke your fingers into.
Take an arrow or something and poke it. Don't stick your hand in there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stand.
I'll take one of my old daggers, not the magical dagger, and poke it in there and see what happens.
So you kind of poke it in there, and Nothing happens.
Try is it like a finger handle for moving a door aside? I try like moving the dagger to make it, like it's a sliding door or something.
So the funny thing is that like you start like moving it, and it starts to kind of like turn around in a circle, but it doesn't go.
So there's a latch somewhere for something.
No, I'll just go ahead and try my hands and see what happens.
So you're just kind of trepidatiously, just kind of like floating it in there, and then you hear like a clicking mechanism, and then like it feels like it turns more than it did with the dagger, but it's still not quite all the way there.
All right. I don't know. Maybe it only opens for vampires. I got no idea. I tell everyone what I found, and
I ask him to move out of the way and try to look into the thing and see how it's put together, what he's actually hitting.
Okay. Go ahead. That'd be investigation. So I mean, same thing. Like you could tell that there's a specific finger apparatus that kind of goes with it. Just from what you surmise from what Lyle was doing, you actually imagine that this has very specific dimensions that have to be met.
What's the size? Is it
You know
big
what?
enough
Let
for
me
the
get back
guy's
in there.
sword to fit in?
Let me get back in there. Let me try with this little kit of tools that I have.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot about the tools.
Thieves' tools. Oh, tremendous! So you this doesn't take too long. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, which is you're kind of like, well, this is like harder than I thought, but like not really all that hard at all. So kind of why do they make this much effort?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you figure it out. You turn it all the way around, and then you hear a very distinct humming from the other side of this wall.
But it didn't, like the wall didn't move out of the way or anything.
The wall
No,
did
it
not
sounded
move out.
more like an arming of a trap or something like that.
I
Can
think you
Guys,
should
can I
probably
just
hustle into that.
jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
Will the vampire sword fit in the hole?
No, it will not. That was a good idea, though.
The other side of this wall should be that room with the sacrifice pit.
Yes,
right.
but the humming sound we're hearing is from this door to the north.
What? Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said. He made a
Oh,
marker,
I'm
but
sorry.
you did. It was probably off the
Yeah.
screen.
No,
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry
couldn't see
about
that either.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess then let's go through there and see what's up.
I casually poke the door open and then move out of the way.
See what horror we've awakened.
No horror. So
I'm
go ahead
going
and
in.
walk through the door.
Yeah.
You see that big, huge circle thingy that is just glowing very, very brightly. But like in the middle of it was this hand that was just kind of chilling, just on the ground.
That
Big iron hand.
An
Sounds
iron
not
hand,
good.
like a gauntlet.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, it's like it's just like an iron hand, like just a
somebody made a
just a
statue hand
model.
out of iron.
yeah.
Like an iron golem hand.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Nothing magical at all.
What's
Nothing
this over
magical
here?
in this room at all.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, the hand is nothing magical.
Okay.
That's a book. That's a bookcase. Well, the big, huge circle glyph thing that's humming and glowing loudly. That's very magical. It's extraordinarily magical.
What does an
And it,
Arcana of 23 help me notice about this and what its purpose is?
It's a portal.
It's a portal. That sounds not good.
Can we
We also know-
skirt the perimeter and check out like the bookcase and then this other stuff over here?
The Arcana. Well, you can skirt the perimeter, but the Arcana also lets you know that this is pretty much an on-off switch. You're either in or you're out. You're not halfway in or halfway out. But only in the circle, like the marble-looking thing in the middle.
Okay.
Oh,
So
So
you
I
can-
could
you
walk
can-
up, I could walk
so
up
we
to
can come
here
over
and be
here.
fine.
Right.
I have to step onto that thing in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't see into it, and
I push him.
All right. Well, what's this business over here? This.
that's an armory with all sorts of just big, huge ass weapons and axes. That you're pretty confident that that's what the vampire was pretty fond of. The stuff that's going on the right, that is a book of assorted interests. A couple of them seem pretty sketchy. but it's basically like there's some apothecary stuff going on in there. There's some ritual magic books, and there's just some other books with some really weird titles.
I take all of the books.
I'm gonna check the weapon rack for.
How many books are there in there?
The weapon rack for what now?
Go ahead and answer the books question.
There's we'll say there's 15 books.
How tall would this stack of books be if I put it end on end?
It would be about 4.5 feet tall.
Okay, so I can't take all of them. I start pulling out the magic books first. I'll leave the apothecary books. The books that I don't recognize, I'll start opening and leafing through.
Man. Okay.
I was just peeking. Oh, sorry. I was peeking at the weapon rack for bows and short swords and daggers, things I know how to use.
You find some arrows that catch your interest. The bows they're pretty they're low quality, and the dagger, like you're kind of measuring up your dagger to the daggers that are on there.
Yeah,
they seem pretty ordinary. But the bows, there's two arrows in particular that catch your fancy.
Arrows. Okay.
So we're gonna get back to you. You're leafing through the magic books.
The ones I recognize immediately as magic books, I've already taken and put in my pack. The books I don't recognize, I'm leafing through.
Okay, cool.
Because you said there were 3 types of books. There were apothecary, magic, and don't recognize. I'm getting rid of the apothecary
books. Sorry, guys. Be right back.
And going through the ones that I don't recognize to try to figure out what they are.
Okay. Let's hold on. I need to double check something.
And I still had comprehend languages active, so regardless of what language they're in, I can read all of them.
That's going to be a double-edged sword. Hold on. I am going to. Sorry, I'm rusty. How do will rolls work? Do you just?
There's a saving throw that I need to beat.
Okay,
I know.
Cool.
Yeah,
so let's do that.
DC basically.
Yeah, I make a will saving throw against a set DC.
Oh, okay. Well, the DC is 15 for the first book that you're looking through. So go ahead and make that. Which you should be, yeah, you're fine. So this book, it tries to kind of, you open up this book, it's in an old language that you're obviously still recognizing. And what it does is that it starts to try to attack your mind, and you can feel it trying to
As soon as I feel that, I shut the book and put it back on the shelf. And I'm not touching any of the other books.
There you go.
Now I'm going to cast Identify and start touching that book.
I don't. Yeah, like you crit it, so like you get the feeling that's probably not a good idea, because the way that the book itself was attacking you is that it was attacking
anything that touches it attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna isolate that book, like take something and poke it over to the end of the shelf in the "Don't touch this" pile. And I'm gonna touch one of the other books I don't recognize.
Sorry, what's this book?
It's some sort of magical book that attacks. It was trying to attack my mind somehow when I picked it up and started reading it.
Oh my!
Yes, and you feel like this might be a common thread.
Okay. Do I have Detect Magic ready? I feel like I should. Detect Magic. That is a ritual. Yes, it is.
So what are you trying to do with Detect Magic?
I'm going to cast Detect Magic and figure out which one of these books are which ones of these books are magical, like actually have magic effects going on.
Okay, go for it.
Cast takes 1 action, lasts 10 minutes.
All right, so the books that you don't recognize in the language that's very, very far away are pretty actively magical. There's one book that you feel like you can probably get away with doing Detect Magic on. But the rest of them are pretty much psionic death traps. So
okay, I'm going to. Do you guys? Any of you guys have like a burlap sack or something that we could like shove the books into where you don't have to touch them?
I mean, I have a backpack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I don't want us accidentally. I want to wrap them in something else so we're not accidentally touching them, and by accident we reach into our pack for something. Are the clothes that the zombie guys were wearing outside still intact?
I could wrap them in my bedroll.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Or, yeah, bedroll. But Mauricio, are the clothes the zombie guys outside were wearing still intact?
Yes.
I'm going to go grab one of their shirts.
Oh,
And a pair of pants and wrap them up in that.
It's
How about
very.
a cloak? Cloak would be better.
Oh,
Cloak would be
there
the
are
best.
cloaks. Cloaks are in. So you go and you get.
I wrap all the books that are obviously magical, psionic death trap type books, and anything that's going to attack me if I touch it up in the cloak, tie it shut, and stick it in
Alright.
my pack.
There you go.
Hey, when you cast detect magic, does it tell you anything about the magic in the rest of the room?
I can see what kind of magic it is with detect magic, but that's it.
Yeah.
I knew
What
it was a
about the
portal.
weapons?
I knew it was a portal already, and it didn't tell me anything new.
What about the weapons?
Any of those magical, Mauricio?
No, but the bolts that the arrows that Lyle just picked up are magical.
Okay.
And it doesn't tell you what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me what. It just tells me what general type of magic it is and how strong it is, sort of.
It's
Quantify this for me. How many are there?
2.
Magic arrows.
Yeah, I tell him that they're definitely magical, and he probably shouldn't fire them unless he has to until I have a chance to identify them later.
Actually, what I'm going to do is, because you have detect magic on, what happens is that the arrows, there's an insignia on the arrowheads, and it's the Infinity insignia.
Ooh.
So it gets activated whenever the detect magic is on.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
I'll identify them later.
Are they in a quiver?
No, it's just
They are in a quiver.
Oh,
They are in a quiver. Quiver also has the Infinity insignia on it.
Oh, that makes me sound. That sounds like they're unlimited supply of arrows. But I'll identify it later for you.
but the quiver isn't magic, or it is?
The quiver, well, yeah, the quiver's magic. Yeah.
Okay.
The entire ensemble is magical.
And
Yes.
what's with the iron hand? It's in the portal? Or
Well,
is
it's now it's like above the portal, like just floating and being like, hey, it's like waving every once in a while.
it's moving?
No, it's not moving. It's not really moving. It's just like above the portal at this point, because everything, like, in Kalen, like the sense that you get is that you have to be sentient to walk through this thing.
Mhm.
So anything that isn't sentient that's in the room that like it was just on top of or whatever, it just gets pushed out.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take one of the daggers and poke the portal with it, like one of the daggers off the rack on the wall.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay.
No.
I'm not sure I want to walk through this portal.
I'll do it.
I don't think that's a good idea because I don't know where it goes.
There's only one way to find out.
There is more than one way to find out, and walking through it is probably the worst idea of the bunch.
I'm gonna let you guys brainstorm this real quick. I'll be right back.
I can probably magically figure out where it goes through some concentrated effort, but walking through it, while it will definitely tell us where it goes,
It'll
might
tell
not be
the
a good
person
idea.
that goes through it where it goes.
yes.
Well,
And,
that
if it's a
information-
portal to the elemental plane of fire or something, then you're just kind of fucked.
What if it's the portal to this guy's treasure trove?
Then that would probably be really good, but, 50-50.
Plane of fire, treasure trove.
One of them you're guaranteed to die, the other you're probably pretty likely to die. Whoever built this place is more powerful of a mage than I am, so I don't want to go testing his stuff, without proper preparation.
That's probably a good idea. What do you think, Lyle?
Yeah, I mean, well, we know one thing about all this.
I have an
Portal
idea. I'm going to
business
send
that's
Bruce.
been
I'm going to
going
send
on.
Bruce through. That's what we're doing.
Who?
My pet bat.
Your bat.
Oh,
You can see through his eyes, right? Because he's your familiar?
Exactly. I can see through his eyes,
no
Yeah,
matter
but-
where he goes.
If
no
your
matter where he
familiar
goes.
dies,
If I'm close enough to him.
Well,
if your
that's
familiar
different.
dies, you're going to be Aelin.
No, not in 5th edition.
Really?
5th edition, they die. It's like poof. They just magically disappear and I have to summon a new one. I'm out 10 gold worth of ingredients.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, but I mean, if this thing, like, it's a portal, it's a means of transportation.
Mhm.
So
Yes, but it might be key activated somehow. Because you can
I
key
mean,
portals to
no,
objects or people.
I just mean like your familiar is not going to be close enough to you.
Yes,
that
but
it
he can
will
always
actually-
come back through.
You think?
I think. If not, I can always dismiss him and resummon him.
I like that idea.
There's familiars in 5th edition. I'm not binding an already existing creature to me. I'm creating one out of magic. I can will them out of existence and resummon them.
Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing to lose, really, right?
Yeah. I'm out 10 gold. We as a group are out 10 gold.
Yeah,
If he dies or something.
I have no need for money.
And 10
You
gold
guys,
is like
still-
nothing.
You guys
I'm
still
going to send my
pussyfooting around
familiar through
portal?
the portal.
We got to
Oh, cool. Go for it. Go for it. You're gonna send your familiar through?
I'm sending my bat through the portal.
All right, cool. Bat goes through the portal.
And then I have him. I told him to come back after he goes through and tries to see what's on the other side.
He does not come back.
He does not come back.
Is he close enough that you can see through his eyes?
Do I get I can, even if he's really far away, I can get a sense of direction of where he is and how far away he is.
He's directly above you.
He's directly above me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how far above me?
Say about a story.
Okay, so he's
Oh, it's
upstairs
an
somewhere.
elevator.
Stairs.
Fucking big pussies over here sending familiars through.
Hey, I said I was going to go through and they talked me out of it.
The familiar was more disposable than he was.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just gonna. Maybe shit.
There's one more door on this level of the
In
temple
this
that we
room.
haven't figured out. I think there was a door
There's a
back
door in this
here
room.
too.
Yeah.
There is.
Okay, so there's
also-
two doors that we've found that we don't know where they go yet.
Right.
So I say if we think this is an elevator of some sort, I'll telepathically tell Bruce to go find a corner to hang up in. And I say we finish exploring this floor before we come back and go through, and then we try to go through the portal.
Works for me.
Cool.
Because I don't want to have an ambush set up on the other side of it if we need to use it to get down or something.
Yeah. There's no ambush that you can detect up there.
Yeah.
But
But I'm more worried if we don't clear this floor and then we go up, whoever's left on this floor might set up an ambush on this side of the portal. So when we
Yeah.
try to come back down,
Sure.
that could be bad.
Sure.
Okay. Then let's go check out this door.
okay. Nothing. There's nothing. There's no traps on it. This actually seems like one of the more normal doors of the entire edifice. So
Oh, one of our viewers that I didn't notice until now told you shouldn't tell us the DC, Mr. Dungeon Master.
yeah, I don't care. I am not traditional. So
Wait, we have
if you.
Yeah. What
We
the hell?
apparently have a viewer. He logged off at some point already, but
Oh, that's cool. Well, he was
Did you-
probably
did you
annoyed
catch
because I
all my-
didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Did you
Go
catch
ahead.
all my testicle humor?
Oh, he might have.
Oh,
I don't know.
sweet.
That's a shame.
Here's-
That is a
Good luck
shame.
for that guy.
Here's the thing. This is kind of why I'm wishy-washy on this. I don't want to get Dungeons and Dragons viewers in here
Mhm.
because they're going to be really mad at me. So
yeah, I'm just streaming this. Make Twitch record it for me so I can upload it to YouTube.
no, for sure. It's not you're cool. But okay, I might just go ahead and give you guys all the DCs every single time from now on. But so yeah, I mean it's just
Because we're gonna have to roll anyways, so I don't see what harm knowing the DC does.
I
Well,
never
it's-
got that.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't
tradition.
matter.
but I don't.
Yeah. It's
So it's
so the DM can be mysterious and fudge rolls if he needs to.
yeah, but I don't whatever. I tried to kill you pretty hard, and it didn't.
Yeah,
work,
you
so.
did. You bastard.
Cat, shut up.
So you
All right.
guys walk through, and this is this is a middle passage type of door. Nothing pretty outstanding about it. It's actually it's pretty fancy stone. There's another door here.
Do I see
That you
detect
don't-
anything magical as I'm going through this room?
There's nothing magical in this room. You get faint magic from the other room.
Where's Lyle?
But it's
I'm right here.
he's over here.
Oh, did I not? I didn't follow you into the room. Sorry. Here we go.
Yeah,
We went
there
this
you
way.
go.
All right, I'm gonna step out of the way of the door and let one of you guys open it.
So this
All
is basically a Resident Evil loading room area. So
Oh, great.
So Nemesis on the other side of the door.
Right. Well, it's more like the Castlevania.
I'm at about 2/3 hit
Oh,
points
so
right.
Dracula's on the other side of that door. Fuck.
Yeah, there you go.
We're
There you go.
we're fucked.
We just killed a vampire. Vampires don't scare us.
No, I'm kicking open the door and stepping in.
Go for it. There is bedding and all sorts of banal shit, and as well as a little trunk that Kaylin's like, ooh, give me some of that.
Lyle,
I'll inspect the trunk.
Lyle sees chest and he goes treasure.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll. Oh yeah, you're like, yeah, this looks like a real good trunk. This is really, yeah,
It's really nice. Is
Yep,
that,
it's-
is that
it's
walnut?
Here is a trunk.
Is that burlwood? It's amazing.
I think
This
it's
is
brown.
like-
It's brown wood.
it's gilded. Holy shit!
The trunk might be more valuable than anything in it.
Lyle,
all right.
did you don't take your investigation tips from me, man?
That's all right. Let's pop it open. Let's see what happens.
So magic snakes come out at you as you pop it open. Kind of scare you a little bit. It's you open it up and there is there's another hand. This one's made out of gold. And yeah, you kind of pick it up and there's also all sorts of gemstones like underneath, just kind of lining the bottom of this thing.
All right, let's scoop it all out.
Oh baby! All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give you 5 diamond and 30 assorted gems.
Kaylin, are you writing this down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh.
good.
All right.
And a gold hand.
And a gold ass hand.
Yeah.
How big is this
What's-
gold hand?
This hand is substantially bigger than Glix's hand, which is it's weird.
That's a lot of gold. Is this solid gold or is it gold plated type deal?
Yeah, the closer you investigate it, this is some solid ass gold.
Okay,
Son.
fuck.
What's the what's up with the beds?
This is kind of like a little. It's a military installation, so they have like some beds.
All right, we'll light them on fire before we leave.
Well, I wanted to sleep in one.
Oh, you want to take a rest?
I mean,
I don't want to sleep in a bed a goblin's been sleeping in.
All right.
I have standards.
This
I
is
will
a-
sleep on my bedroll on the floor before I will sleep in a bed a goblin slept in.
Yeah.
This is a dead end room. Like, there's no doors out of here.
Nope.
I say we light them on fire and then leave.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, why we need to light them on fire, man? It's just gonna make a lot of smoke in here and alert everybody in the floors above that we're here.
If the people in the floors above haven't figured out that we're here,
We've
they're
been
criminally
pretty-
stupid.
We've been pretty quiet and efficient, at least as far as this session is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess. Okay, I guess we won't light them on fire, but
Kaylin, man, fire!
Yeah,
Yeah,
fire!
Yeah, you have
not
a
so much
fire
the fire
problem.
is just I don't like leaving beds for people to sleep in behind me. If I'm gonna be killing people, I'm gonna take the beds out too. Damn it!
Mauricio, I want to look underneath the beds.
You find like junk food and dirty clothes.
I don't even want to think about what goblin junk food looks like.
It's not good. It doesn't even smell good. It's just these goblins were not very well trained and not very well disciplined. So
Is the gold hand? Is it just smooth gold? Is there writing on it? Or what's going
There's-
on with that?
there's no writing, but it's smooth as shit.
So you could like use it for a club and just beat people with it. That could be your new pimp hand.
Yeah, we could also use it to buy a castle.
That too.
Yeah, you can
That-
pretty
that's
much
probably the
buy.
better plan. We
You
do
can buy
need
a
to set up
province
some
of
sort of
shit.
legitimate looking business as a front for our adventuring company. I'm thinking like confection shop maybe, like donut shop.
Taylor. Hello.
Tinker.
Oh! You
What?
should definitely set up a tailor shop. That should be
Yeah.
a thing that happens. I'm very invested in this idea.
Well, I was thinking like we set up a confectioner shop or something, like make baked goods, and then he can like work as a tailor out of the back room or something.
No, I think the tailor should be the main business. I mean, I'm just a dungeon master here, but like the tailor
Yeah.
thing is a good idea.
I am a master at my craft.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
Look at me.
I'll do the and I'll keep the books for you.
There you go.
Can I take a look at the trunk? I mean, can we move this box? How heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy. You can move it. There's like no traps with it. This is a very well made box though, and it is legitimately gilded.
I was just wondering maybe this would be a good thing to kind of take with us, put it on our cart, and keep stuff in.
How would we carry it out though?
I mean, how heavy is it? I got a 14 strength.
It's going to be kind of a pain in the dick to be walking around with this thing. I mean, maybe when you're done, like I'm going to leave that possibility open. But
yeah, okay, we'll leave it there for now.
Yeah,
then.
Interdimensional travel and taking magic elevators is going to be
yeah
kind of a thing.
So we had another. There's
We have
another
one
door
more
back
door.
in the first room, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Oops, I lost myself.
Wait. That door, that square was trapped. That means this one is safe.
Hold on, let me.
I'm
go ahead and
standing
put
on a
that-
chair.
Safe, trap,
Yeah.
safe, trap.
Oh, look, you moved the chair.
Trap.
Thanks.
I did.
Safe. This square is trapped too, so we need to move around it and move a chair to that square.
You walk up to this door. It's a stone door that has no handle and no visible opening. It does have a marker that you recognize, from the circle that's surrounding the,
Cat, that's my
the
boot. Why are you
teleportation
attacking
orb.
it?
So looks like another it's got that finger hole thing again.
No, there's no finger hole. It's just got like a circle that mirrors the circle that's around the teleportation orb.
Oh, like the glyph
The
looking
giant
sort of Celtic
iron hand
knot.
thingy?
Yeah.
Do we have the iron hand?
No,
We have the
we
gold
left
hand.
it there. We have the gold hand.
We couldn't take the Iron Hand, could we?
We didn't.
No,
find
I'm
it.
sorry. It mirrors a circle that is surrounding.
Oh,
the orb.
surrounding it. Do I sense
Yes.
some sort of magical key to it associated with it? I don't have to detect magic up
and-
anymore, but
You feel that this probably opens from the inside.
probably opens from the inside, so the other side of the room. Okay.
Well, let's knock.
You knock.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, well, you knocked and nothing happened.
Okay.
Okay. But you're
Well,
saying
I
that
say
wasn't
we
a good-
go. If this door's not going to open, Lyle, do you see any ways to open it?
I can look. Why don't I look?
Move
Go
the
ahead,
chair in
Nick.
front of that. That's where it's trapped. So move the square. Move that chair onto it and then take a look.
Sure.
You're looking, and it's not like your best effort because you feel a little distracted from all the gems that are hanging out in your bag. But you also feel like even if you gave it your best effort, this is probably not going to be an easy thing to pull off from the outside.
Okay.
But
But this marks a dead end as far as our exploring this level is concerned, right?
Yes.
yes,
All right.
There are
well,
no
I
other
think
doors.
I think we gotta follow your bat through the
How's
business.
Bruce doing, by the way? Is he just chilling?
in fact, let's not even move. Let's just go ahead and do this.
Whoa.
So this is where you are now. You are on top of purple marble. This room is sparsely populated. There
Okay.
is.
All I see is black.
Sorry.
You need to zoom out probably
Yeah, hold on.
and find it.
Maybe. That?
There you go.
We're all the way on the. Yeah, we're all the way on the right. On the left.
Yeah, we're in like the top left corner ish.
Yeah.
Is this room lit at all?
This room should be lit. I don't know.
It's not lit for me.
I see me,
Oh,
but
it's
it's all
not?
black.
Yeah, it's dim lighting for me
Oh,
because my
shit.
character has lighting, but
Hold on.
they don't
Sorry.
have dark vision.
Sorry, my bad. Wow, this is gonna be a pain in the dick.
You forgot to turn on lighting for the entire floor?
Yeah, I did. Hold on. Let's just do this. Better?
Yeah, I can see stuff now.
Alright, hold on.
I call Bruce back and pet him and stuff like, "Oh, you're a good boy." Blah blah blah.
Bruce is like, you dick.
Bruce is like, yeah, you blah 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 your love for me one more time, motherfucker. Like, we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah.
Here.
I feed him all the bugs. Damn it! I take good care of him.
How many bugs do you get?
I don't know. Whatever
they-
happens to fly
are they-
by my face.
Are they ladybugs?
Wow. Alright, let me just go ahead and turn all this shit on. But yeah, this is like it's a purple room with a big giant red circle, and the circle, as the last of you enter, just kind of takes on like a faint red glow, and is just hanging out there.
Wow. That's cool. It's crazy marble floor in here.
Do I see anything of note around the room?
Nothing of note. This is just.
What happens if I step back into the portal where we came in from?
You kind of go back down. You go
Okay.
go back from whence you came.
Okay,
Oh, why
so
did Bruce
it
do that?
goes two ways. Okay,
What's the matter with your
Yeah.
bat, dude?
I don't know.
Is this a door over here? Sorry.
It's a door. Yeah, the white.
Let's take a minute and do a thorough investigation of the room.
It's very basic. Like the most interesting part about this room is the floor. Obviously, it's
Very purple.
it's also
It's
it's also
lovely.
a type of material that you're not familiar with. Like it's like, I mean, the best descriptor that you have is marble because it's got a cool feel. It's a very smooth type of, almost a rock, but it doesn't quite match marble. It's a little off.
Is
Just
it
a little.
is it solid like rock?
Yes.
I don't know of
Um,
any purple rocks. Where's a gnome when you need one?
Yeah, geology, not one of my skills.
Not one of mine either.
I mean, I guess we could make a nature check, huh?
I'm not proficient in it, so I wouldn't even pretend to know what I'm doing. I don't Mauricio says I don't recognize it, so I'm just gonna go with I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before, huh?
I've never heard of purple rocks.
Purple rocks are like not. It's not, and it's not painted either. So like this entire thing is just like off.
When I touch it with my hand, what does it feel like?
It feels and it mirrors marble quite well,
Oh,
but there's also like an
okay.
undercurrent of just like there's like a different type of like maybe an alloy in there, like there's maybe something metal in there, but you're not really sure.
I'm pretty sure it's just evil marble.
Evil marbles,
Evil marble.
evil marbles.
Is it brimstone?
It's actually hell. So you're touching.
We are literally in hell right now.
Yeah, it
That
feels
sounds
like
like where we
ass
belong,
and
so-
it smells like sulfur.
Well,
It's vampire marble.
I can visit all my other Dungeons and Dragons characters.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I did have a D&D character one time that after our party accidentally killed a guy we weren't supposed to kill, I cut off the guy's head and brought it to his wife to try to get information out of her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty evil. All right, well, I say we bail on this room.
That sounds normal. Yeah. So you walk through the door, and this is again stone. Not normal stone though. Like this is again like nothing. You're the first two rooms that you walk through. Like this, the first two materials that you come into contact with just don't feel natural. And it's not magic. This is definitely like something a geologist would be good at, but you don't understand why this is.
Well, I'm not going to worry about it because it's beyond my understanding. I say we move on.
All right.
You're a dragon.
Give me a
You have
minute.
acid. You could try drooling on it and see if that, like boils through it or something.
Drooling on it.
So this is this is like the first normal like material that you kind of walk through. This is just basic stone. This is sparsely decorated. There's some candles going on, but this is again so far the first three areas that you're exploring, they seem very just utilitarian. There's like nothing. It's just floor, walls. Walls are like stone walls, like just normal stone.
Dude,
And
what's
that's- I mean,
this room down below us here? Did you guys check this out? Come down here.
No,
South.
I'm looking at this upper room. What's this business over here?
All right, let's. What I want you to do is I want you to figure out everyone at the same time what you're going to be doing.
Well, I would say we follow the left-hand wall rule.
staying with the group and
Yeah.
going up here,
We're sticking with the left-hand wall.
checking it out.
I let Lau go in front of me, as always, because he finds traps and things.
So
Yeah.
this
I should probably
This
look
is,
at those.
this is an altar that mirrors the altar that is down below you in the blood pit. It's got the same type of markings. It's almost got like the same type of connotations. It's got the same type of magic coming off of it. But what's missing here is the blood pit, which you find odd. And this is actually also smaller.
And the
I
skulls.
notice a distinct lack of a blood pit here.
There's a very distinct lack of much of anything in here.
Right, so
Is there
it's
like
more
a
like a-
pebble or something on the floor somewhere around the room?
More like a tasteful little private shrine.
There is not. That's again the unsettling part is that this is an extremely clean area. So there's like not even loose pebble going on.
I pull out my dagger and walk up to the wall, take the butt of my dagger, and like try to chip a piece of the wall off.
It's not quite giving.
Does it feel like the rock should have given if I, tried to pop off a little tiny piece like that?
No, this is pretty like it's above your strength grade. This is like really well made marble wall.
I pull a copper piece out of my bag and throw it on the altar and toss it at the altar from the other side of the room.
I mean, it hits. There's a ping, and then it falls to the ground.
Nothing happens.
Mm-mm.
All right, I go over and pick up my piece of copper and put it back in my bag.
You get closer to the altar, and it's just there's a reaction, but it's not malicious and it's not attacking you.
It's like investigative, or it's just like, oh, there's something here.
There's something here, and I want to get to know you.
That makes me nervous.
But it's comforting, though.
Yeah, that's what they all want. That's what all the evil traps want me to think.
But you feel really good about this evil trap, and let's go ahead and see how good you feel about this evil trap.
This sounds like a will saving throw, I'm guessing.
It does. It does. And you know what? Just to be mysterious, I'm not going to let you know what the DC is.
Oh shit!
You
Crit and a crit fail on the same roll.
Doesn't matter.
So do I? If I don't have it, if I have disadvantage on this roll, I'm fucked. Otherwise, I'm good.
Well, you're good. This is that you over. It tries to kind of like comfort you, and just kind of wrap itself in. It tries to wrap you in its embrace, and you go mentally like you're going to hug this altar, even though you're not doing it physically. This is all going on in your head. You go to like hug this altar, and you feel how cold it is, and you withdraw, and all of a sudden you like wake back up like in front of the altar with a copper in your pocket.
Okay, let's not go. You guys should not go near that thing. It's trying to like molest my mind somehow. It like wanted me to hug it and it wanted to touch me inappropriately, and you guys shouldn't go near it. And I'm gonna back away now.
Okay. All right. Let's go find something else.
All right.
I'm backing away. Keeping an eye on
Following left wall. We're going down to this green rock area.
So you get to the Green Rock area, and this is this is like not the way that it like kind of blends into the stone. Like this is the same type of stone, but it's just green. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as
Yeah.
opposed to purple.
So it's like it's you just transition. All of a sudden, you're kind of in a green room, and Lyle, you specifically are kind of thinking about all the gold and stuff that's kind of in your bag right now.
Okay.
And that's a pretty significant amount of stuff that you're carrying. I mean, it's like it's kind of a lot. You could live pretty comfortably if you were just to kind of like run off with it. Just saying.
Yeah, I
Got a
mean,
lot
there's no comfortable living for my people in this society, but okay.
I mean, it's comfortable enough. It's comfortable enough that you want to make a wisdom save.
All right. Oh, it's a tough save for me.
Oh.
But good news.
Wow. Okay. So like you're kind of thinking about like
We're
how
basically like monks, like all of us. We're just like super disciplined.
No,
like,
no,
damn,
no,
shut that down.
It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's this idea that I could be seduced into a life of luxury is non-existent because the culture and the government are set up so that my people fail.
I
So again,
100% agree with you. We repress the halflings far too much.
You have you think about how you grew up. You just grew up super poor, and just like how this is like generational changing money. But then you start thinking about just how fucked up it is that this generational money is just kind of hanging out, and like your people just have no access to it. So you're like, I even if I came back and you just completely repress the idea because of what you just said, like the possible living is just not, it's not going to happen for you.
I think it's more like the idea would not occur to me.
Yes. Okay.
That, like,
Because he's just so repulsive.
So you just reject it instantly when it pops into your head.
yeah, like, oh, I can live the easy life. No, I can't because I'm repressed.
Yes.
The man is holding you down.
The
Exactly.
man is holding him down.
So
I
they tried
agree.
to seduce me, but
I'm part of the man, and I think the man is holding him down, and it needs to stop.
I assume I'm fairly aware of the magic that was at play. Like,
Yes.
so I take a step back and I let everyone know, like, hey, something weird is going on just south of us here.
Glix and Kalen, you don't know what the hell he's talking about because it's just not going down.
Look, something about the atmosphere just south of here gave me very unnatural thoughts. Stuff that I wouldn't have thought. The end.
Okay, and the feeling I got when I approached that altar earlier was much the same. Like, part of me just wanted to walk up and embrace the altar somehow. And I realize academically that is a terrible idea. You don't walk up and hug strange altars in evil places,
Well, should we get out of here then, or should we
I'm
try
going
to
to cast
push
Detect
through?
Magic again.
Yeah, there's like all sorts of magic everywhere around you, and it's
What types of magic? Like enchantments, stuff like schools of magic, enchantment primarily, like
It's-
mind affecting type stuff.
There's enchantments, there's rituals, there's tricks, there's just it's all there, and it's kind of overwhelming.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes, focus, open my eyes, and focus immediately. What's in front of me? Where Lyle was just walking? Are there
Okay.
fields around? I'm trying to zone out everything else.
You're focusing in on this specific green floor, and you understand that if you walk on it, you're going to be fine, but it is magical.
Okay. So it's something that
Wow.
Lyle was carrying that reacted with the green floor. It felt like.
You don't get that at all. While you walk on it, and like the feelings are still there, like they're still trying to get you, but you've like so completely overcome them that you're just
Right.
annoyed about them at this point.
Cool.
Then I feel like I would be
let's-
fine if I walked on the floor.
Yes.
Let's
Okay,
keep
so
following
I
it around to
step
the left.
out and see what happens.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
point out to the guys that there's magic everywhere around here, so don't walk too far ahead of me. And I start following Lyle
So you walk-
slowly.
You walk and you see this large hallway of it's just long and it ends in a door. Hold on, sorry, I forgot I didn't draw that in. There's a door to your immediate right,
What's
That's-
over here at the end
Wait.
of this hall?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
and there's a door all the way at the end. Where are you going?
Is
What's
it,
over
the
here
door
to the
immediate
east,
right
where it
was
like
where?
looks like it opens up to clouds?
Yeah, there's like a church over there.
It's a new room.
It's black. It's a black door. It's sorry, not a black door. It's just an open space with black floor.
Okay.
Lyle, what were you asking me?
Where's this door that you forgot to draw?
At the north end of this hallway.
Yeah, all the way at the north, but I didn't mean to draw that. So there's a door here, right to your immediate, and then all the way up north there's a door here.
All right. Well,
All right.
the
Let's start
northernmost
investigating this
door would
hallway.
be our.
I'm carefully looking around for magic and things as Lyle and I walk down the hallway.
So what you're getting as you pass up, Kalen, real quick, what you're getting as you pass up all like down, up and down this corridor, is that there's pockets of magic to the east of you, just
On this
sporadically.
side of the wall.
You can't quite pinpoint. Yeah, you can't quite pinpoint what's going on.
But there's a lot of different little pockets of magic on the other side of the wall from where I am.
Yes.
Okay. But this corridor feels empty of magic, relatively speaking.
The corridor itself is very normal.
Okay. Do I feel, as I get to the door, do I feel anything on the other side of this door?
So what you feel is just an emptiness and a void.
A void.
Mm-hmm.
Like complete absence of magic?
Where'd he go?
Well, you complete absence of anything.
Anything.
So like you walk up and you try to feel out like the magic, and what's happening is that like you feel your knowledge, you feel like what you're trying to send out and what you're trying to sense is just like creating this entire circle
It's
around
like there's
this
some
door.
sort of anti-magic field in that room, something?
No, it's not anti-magic. It almost feels like it feeds on magic.
Okay. There's something in that room that's keeping me from magically sensing it. Like I can sense everything around it, but the second I try to feel what's inside of that room, like it eats eats whatever energy I'm sending into it. Like that room is like a void that consumes anything it touches it, magically speaking, or something. I'm not sure how else to describe it.
Or something in the room.
Or something in the room, yes.
Well, I'm not magical. I can check it out.
That might be best. I'm going to step back. I suggest you do so as well, Lyle, because you're carrying magical equipment.
All right.
Is there a door?
There's a door, yes.
There is a door. It's a very plain open door. Looks like it was crafted by, just some people, some wood choppers or whatever.
Okay.
It's got a brass handle, no key or anything.
All right, so I'll go ahead and turn the handle and open the door.
You open the door, and it's just a small 5x5 room. And as you open it, you see an orphan that you used to take care of from way back in the day, years and years ago. And it kind of looks up to you and it's like, Glix! And it goes in and it hugs you and wants you to make me a wisdom save.
Man. There's all kinds of torment.
So this orphan, as you're trying to get a good look at it, you realize that this is an orphan that died of a plague, and you were unable to help this orphan, and it would just look up to you and look for you for comfort. And this is one that kind of hit you pretty hard, and this is one that helped drive you out of like the orphanage. So you're at this point like you're kind of down and you're crying, you're dragging tears, and you're like really embracing this orphan. Kaylin, it is at this point, as soon as the orphan walks outside of the door, that you realize that this is a malicious thing.
I tell Glix the orphan isn't real, and I'm trying to figure out what type of magic it is in more detail, how we can resist it, that sort of thing.
So go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
You think it's real?
This is a chance at redemption for me. How dare you?
God!
Man.
Double ones.
It's like, Glix, why did you? Where did you go? How come you left me?
I've rolled 4 straight 20s or 1s on rolls. Damn.
Why did you leave? Why didn't you come back?
You died and we buried you, and I'm so glad that you're back now. I'm so happy to see you, and we can start again.
Is he speaking aloud?
Yes, he's speaking aloud. And
Is the orphan speaking aloud?
Yeah, this is not a good thing.
And he's in this room or he's in the next room?
He's in this room. He's in this hallway.
The orphan came out of the room to hug Glix.
Yeah. Yes. So it's like now it's just kind of like looking at Glix intently in the eye, and it's like, you should not have left. Why did you leave me to die? Why didn't you come back and save me? And it's getting more aggressive and
I didn't leave until you died. What do you mean? Of course I wouldn't leave when you were still alive.
It's at this point that the orphan takes on kind of a black aura, and it just kind of looks at Glix, and it's like, I can't believe you let me die. You let me die like the nothing that you clearly think I am. And
stab it. I want to stab it a lot.
No, what it does.
I keep trying to tell Glix, this is an illusion. It's some sort of magical, malicious enchantment. You need to stay strong, resist.
What we're going to do, because that's, I mean, you know, but what we're going to do is we're going to roll opposed rolls. And you have to beat me. Roll your persuasion. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, good. Spectacular. So like right as like this orphan like just takes on like this huge black ore and looks like it's just like about to just come down on you, you hear Kaylin and you recognize that this is not really happening. And
this is impossible. You died.
This is impossible. And the orphan comes up and it turns into kind of like a head that tries to take a bite out of you, like this giant skull. And dissipates right as the jaws close.
Whoa! So nothing happens; it's just gone.
It's just gone.
Let's shut that door and not go back in there.
What's in the room?
What is in the room?
I'm not shutting the door.
You walk into the room, and
well, I can see into the room, right? You said it was 5 by 5.
Yeah, you can see into the room, and on the floor is the garment that the orphan was wearing when it died of the plague.
How the hell did this get here?
How the hell do you know that it's the garment that the orphan was wearing?
I made it for him.
Oh, all right.
And it's beautiful. I mean, look at the craftsmanship.
Yeah, I mean double stitching. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, you don't find quality like this in your normal orphanage.
It's very good. It's very good.
All right, so that's a dead end, I guess.
Well, I'm pretty shaken.
Deadly psychological trap room is a dead end.
You guys don't want to explore it and go through all your psychosis
in this room.
No, I want to. I actually
go in there. That's on him, but I'm not going in there.
I'm gathering up the clothing and I'm putting it in my satchel.
It's very real clothing. When you walk in there, you get a very familiar feel, and for just a brief second, you're back at your old monastery, walking amongst the fields with the animals and the children following you, and that's the feeling that you kind of hang on to, and you put it away into your satchel, and then the feeling dissipates out.
All right.
Do you see anything else in there, Glix?
Just an empty room, I think.
Yes.
Yes, Mauricio didn't draw anything in this room.
No, that's where the room is.
All right. Well, that sucked.
Yes, there is one more.
If you see any more orphans, they haven't aged. Remember that. That's proof that they're signs of your own insanity.
You know,
I'm going with the beautiful mind defense.
The thing with magic is it's magic.
There is one more door.
And
Shall I open
there's
it?
all kinds of magic on the other side of this wall. Is there any right on the other side of the door, Mauricio?
Is there any what?
Is there any magic that I can sense right on the other side of the door, or is it all further up?
Oh no, you are excused. No, there's magic right on the other side of the door, and there's magic all the way up this hallway.
Okay. There's a lot of different types of magic in this room. I can't really tell what it is from over here, but something might happen as soon as you open that door.
Right. Okay. Well,
so do we want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay, you open it, and there is a plain wooden whatchamacallit. It's a 10 by 10 room, and there is just plain wood. And on the bottom, written into the ground, there is a triangle.
Isosceles?
Okay, nothing to see here.
Equilateral, right triangle? What type of triangle are we talking about?
It's equilateral.
Musical instrument.
Yeah. So let me know what what you're going to do next.
Is it painted on the floor? Is it lying on the floor? What is it?
Is it
It's
engraved?
just like
Is it engraved into the floor itself, or?
it's like an LED light on the floor.
I'm looking
So it's
at
like-
it carefully. What type of... Does it look like the triangle itself is magical, or is it made out of magic, or is it sort of a trigger device?
It's a trigger device from what you can tell.
Okay. Glix, I'm going to walk into the room. I want you to stay out here.
Okay.
I
You're
step
gonna walk into the room?
gently into the room without stepping over the lines of the triangle, if I can do that. If I can't, if I have
you
to walk
can.
over the triangle, then I'm not stepping into the room yet.
You can absolutely step into the room without touching the triangle. I want you to roll me a d4.
D4.
That's either good or
And-
bad.
Kaylin is not there, and Kaylin is instead there. And there is the triangle again.
Wait, what do you mean? She's
What?
not there, but she's there?
I moved.
She has
something
moved.
somehow. Okay,
I'm
and the
confused.
triangle is still in. What's in the room I'm in, Mauricio?
It's a triangle and some candles.
And some candles.
Hmm
I'm
Does
going
he-
to.
No, I don't see her anymore, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
I don't, and I turn around. Do I feel like I moved when I stepped into the room?
No, you kind of like you stepped in, and then all of a sudden there's just not a door behind you.
Okay. Huh. I turn. I stand in place and turn and look around me and see what all is in this room. Like, what do the walls look like? Does it
The
look like the
walls
same-
are pretty normal.
Does it look like the same room I was in earlier, except for the fact that there's no door?
Yes.
Am I standing in the same spot I was relative to the previous room?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. I step into the middle of the triangle.
Okay. So, what happens is that a voice comes on and says, "This is a thing that is devoured by all things. Flowers, trees, beasts, birds, bites, steel, gnaws iron, grinds hard stone to meal, beats mountains down, ruins towns, and slays kings. What is it?"
Time.
And you are back to whence you came.
Where'd you go?
No. There you are.
I
What
was
happened?
wondering. Okay, so I step back out of the room. I very deliberately push them away from the door. Don't touch that. There's some sort of... When I stepped into the room, it somehow teleported me to another room that was identical to it, other than the fact that there was no door. As soon as I stepped into the room, Once I was in a room that didn't have a door, but it looked like I hadn't moved at all. It was like an identical room. Once I stepped into the middle of the triangle in that new room, it asked me a riddle. And then I gave it the correct answer to that riddle, and I was suddenly back. So it's some sort of riddle puzzle. Maybe if we
All right.
stepped into the room repeatedly and solved all of its riddles, some sort of reward might happen. Maybe it's just a trap. I don't know.
No, it seems like a trap. Like we're on an entire floor here that's been nothing but traps.
Mhm.
Psychological and crazy traps. Ugh. What the hell?
Do we want to try to test it again?
No.
No.
I don't have any interest in going in there.
And there are more pockets of magic. Like as I walked, remember I told you I felt pockets of magic as I was walking up and down the hallway.
Yeah.
It feels like there's more than one of those little pockets of magic as we go. So maybe there are multiple rooms that it would be teleporting me to and asking me different questions every time. I'm not sure. But I don't think there's any need for us to go back in there. Because the room I got teleported to, there was no obvious exit there was just the triangle.
Mhm.
I mean, so seems to me we just close the door and let's move on. I mean,
Yes.
if it teleports you into a room with no door, I don't really see any good result there.
Yes. But I'm wondering why it doesn't just kill you if it's meant to actually teleport you somewhere and let you still get out safely. That's the only reason I'm curious about it.
Maybe that's like a safe room. You know?
Maybe. But it's not a safe room if you don't know how to get out of it.
Well, but the person who designed it would have known the answer to the riddle, right?
Yes.
So they would have been able to get out and would have known how to do it. You just got lucky.
The riddle wasn't very complicated.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty smart.
Okay, I say we just move on. Might be worth further investigating as we get after we've cleared this floor, but
I think we go. Oh, wait, we're following the left wall, right?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
that
our
would be this
thing?
wall.
Okay. Okay.
before I step out into
How
that,
you guys holding up, man? I know it's getting late.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you guys want to cut, like, we can cut. But
I've got nothing going on tonight, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I can't go too much longer, but I'm all right for now.
All right.
just let me know.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock for me, so I'm turning into a pumpkin any minute.
Wow. Wow.
I slept in
All
till
right.
like 10 today because I had nothing all week because like the city was shut down because of snow. So
Nice. All right. So you walk into this room. There is one door there, and there is another door off in here. So when you walk in here, you suddenly get the sensation that you are walking in the ocean, but like walking on top of the water. The floor underneath you begins to just kind of move gently, as if it's like just a wave. You know what I mean? Just like the current.
What?
Very, very gentle. Yes.
I look up at the ceiling. What does the ceiling look like?
The ceiling looks like the night sky, just complete with like twinkling stars.
Do I see any clouds, anything like that?
No clouds.
Is this kind of awesome?
This is pretty cool.
This is pretty
Essentially,
freaking
it's
cool.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that
What
if
happens
this,
if I like jump?
You jump and you land back down. What you look down and there's like a little splash where your feet land, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of collapses, but you're still on top of it.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That is cool.
what does my magical senses tell me about what is going on in this room?
Whatever the hell this is, you can't imagine any civilization that you have ever encountered building anything like it.
So this
What's
is
this
like
I see
some
across
like
the room?
so this is like some archmage design shit.
This is Archmage using magic that you just don't like. It's magic that you've heard theories about, but never really.
So this is like Isaac Newton trying to figure out Einstein.
Yeah, this is exactly that.
Yeah, if you want to compliment yourself a bunch.
Yeah, I'm not even in Newton's weight class, but okay. So this is 18th century scientists trying to figure out Einstein.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
What's this?
This is like really, really.
that
Whoever built this
that
room
is
is
an
powerful to the point that it's hard to bring up points of a comparison to. This is magic that I've only even heard stories about.
So it's godlike power.
Yes.
yes. And this is a stone edifice that is floating above the floor, and it's got 4 entryways all the way around it. Like not 4 entryways, but 4 slots, like all the way around it. Just kind of like these. It's like personal bank teller areas. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And there's a cross like standing up in the middle of this thing. And,
I'm going to
on the
slowly
cross-
walk up to it, not up next to it, but towards it to get a better
and
look at it.
This has extraordinarily heavily concentrated magic of all sorts. You are getting the sense that this was not made by this specific item. Wasn't made by one archmage, but made by, you would imagine, 4 archmages, because that would make symmetrical sense. There's a lot of attention paid to squareness in here. 4 is a very important number in here. So it's that's kind of the sense that you're getting. There is a circular thing on top of it. It's like a pedestal, and perched on top of the pedestal is a cross, and the cross is adorned with triangles and circles and squares. Just kind of like all the way across it, all the way up and down it. And the center, the crux of the cross, is a gilded circle, and there is it's inside a bronze square. And layered over both of them is an emerald triangle.
Okay, but this is like ridiculously powerful artifact level stuff that I don't want to touch if I don't have a clue what's going on.
This is something that you get the distinct impression that if you tried messing with it, it would not go well.
Okay, I'm going to carefully turn around and walk away. And tell everybody. Go ahead.
As you're walking, it's just like you get the sensation that they're kind of like the waves are kind of emanating from this pedestal, and just kind of like going forth from them. And as you're walking away, the water starts to kind of calm, and it just kind of goes back to being like a gentle current.
So the current was getting stronger as I walked towards it.
Yes.
Okay.
Dramatic.
Can we look through? I mean, is the floor like, is it clear down below? Like, can we look in, and is it like looking into the water?
It's like looking into the water, yeah. But you're like just on, like you're on the water, but it's almost like you're on top of glass that's on top of water.
So I'm Jesus, is what you're telling me.
Basically, yeah. You're walking on water.
Well, it's about time.
And this is it. This is actually also the first room where nothing is trying to fuck with you.
Except for the giant wave-making machine that we started making bigger waves when we got closer to it.
Well, I mean, it was waves under the glass, or
waves under the glass, yeah.
But the glass is rolling along with the waves?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's so like a waterbed with a really thick top.
Yeah. So the impression that you're getting is that this is actually this is a good room. And Kaylin, like the magic that you're sensing in here, there's nothing malicious about it. It's awe-inspiring.
It's meant to show off.
It's rad. I want one.
No, it's very cool.
We should live here.
Turn yourself into some sort of magical omnipotent being and spend several thousand lifetimes studying magic, and maybe you can create this room for yourself.
I'm gonna start like just poking around for more mundane things, not going near the big.
Yes, I tell him as I'm walking back. I tell them very clearly, do not get close to that. Whatever you do.
So
in no uncertain terms, I will light you on fire and kill you before I let you touch it.
But you said it doesn't feel evil.
It doesn't feel evil, but it feels powerful beyond description. And I don't know what would happen if somebody were to mess with it, and I would rather kill you than risk something bad happening.
While you're walking kind of across, and all of a sudden you kind of notice something about the pillars. And what I want you to do is I want you to roll me a perception.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the pillars are telling a story, but you don't know what order they're going, and they're in a language that you don't understand. But
so
there's writing. It's very,
I gotcha.
Yeah, the numbers are on there, but so it goes 1 through
8,
whatever, 1 through 8, and yeah,
but
that's all you got out of it.
All right, cool. I let everyone know.
Okay.
All right. I ask him to point out what specifically he was showing me, and then I start trying to track down the pattern. Go find whatever's labeled 1 and figure out what it's trying to tell me.
Okay, so what this is, and the one that's labeled 1, the pillar that is labeled 1, has a very warm and fuzzy feeling to it, and it's the magic that you're kind of getting out of that. It's feel good magic. It's kind of taking you back to when you were first kind of discovered that you could do shit. it's the first time you like unleash like a firebolt, and just how cool and adventurous and wondrous that was. And the story that it's telling you is about the construction of the room, and it just gives you background of the Archmage, and it's a name that you don't recognize, but the name is Talir, Talir. Who became infatuated with magic, even though he was not allowed to practice magic in the culture that he grew up in, which was in the North. So he, honed his craft. He went down in South and began to study the construction of magic rooms because that was always something. He was a builder, so he built like all the houses in his village. So he was just naturally drawn to magic rooms. Are you going to go to number 2?
Yes.
So number 2 tells you how Talir met another mage who is unnamed. And the mage became his mentor and took him under his wing and started exposing him to all sorts of different types of magic, mainly ritual and enchanting and all this other stuff. And so Talir became, pretty good at casting enchantments and started building like these little small magic rooms and magic buildings that, did small things. And, if you went in there and you performed a specific type of ritual, good luck would follow you. And, if you performed another type of ritual, you could go back and actually talk to the people who had passed on. Are you going to continue on to number 3?
Yes.
Number 3 is still giving you off kind of a fuzzy feeling, but it becomes more intellectual. So this is kind of like more standard, more textbook stuff. Talir begins to explore some of the more deeper and arcane magics of the East. And these are magics that you have not been exposed to, so some of the terms don't make a whole lot of sense. The mentor kind of takes a heavy interest in Talir's studies. Talir becomes very, very talented at creating these magic rooms with these magic enchantments. It eventually surpasses his mentor. So the mentor has nothing left to teach him and tells him that it is now time to make your pilgrimage and go see the great Archmage of the East. Are you going to continue to number 4?
Yes.
Number 4 becomes even more intellectual and kind of the warm and fuzzies kind of escape you. So this kind of takes you into the part where, you entered like the, I would assume you studied magic just based off of like all your stats. And this is kind of like where it became more of a job at this point. And so this is kind of where Talir is now in his life. And Talir, he's studying with this Archmage, and he meets him. And the first time he meets the Archmage, again, who is unnamed, the Archmage does not take a liking to Talir because he thinks that his tricks are just, they're good for nothing. Making magic rooms, who gives a shit? Talir is offended at first and then discovers that he must prove himself. So he goes about trying to find a deep and forgotten magic that would, create everlasting life. Are you going to continue on to number 5?
Yes. I'm going to keep continuing on, unless I say otherwise.
All right. 5 takes kind of a darker turn. This is a little bit more of an aggressive feeling that you're getting. This is like, it's a feeling that you're not really familiar with quite yet because you're kind of young. So, but this is like, this is sadness as best you can understand sadness. It's kind of like a 17-year-old. So Talir discovers this kind of like magic way to prolong life because he understands that he's not going to be able to accomplish what he wants to accomplish in the lifetime that he's been given. So he has to kind of like go around and just become immortal for this. So he discovers an old magic from the East that will allow him to do this, and he becomes possessed by the pursuit of this knowledge. You're on number 6 or 7?
That was 5, so we're going to 6.
6. Yeah, so number 6, it kind of keeps on the malevolent hum, but it's it doesn't increase or anything. This is kind of like where his mentor kind of comes back into his life and says, Talir, you must stop this pursuit. You cannot continue on to do what it is that you plan and intend to do. It gets to the point where the mentor leaves Talir and completely abandons him. Talir enters a period of sadness. He kind of gives up on the research and searching for immortal life before he encounters a familiar who tells him that he must continue on the path. Number 7 takes a very malevolent turn. Are you going to continue reading?
Yes.
Okay. Number 7 gets very dark. The mentor comes back into Talir's life once again to try to convince him, because he understands that Talir is really going at this pursuit of knowledge very, very hard. Talir eventually kills his mentor. The Archmage comes back, tries to talk to Talir, and Talir manages to kill the Archmage. So it is at this point that, even though it is unspoken, you understand that Talir is a very, very powerful wizard at this point, and perhaps the creator of all of these rooms. And number 8 is the darkest. Are you going to read that?
Yes.
Number 8 tells the story of how Talir finally figures out how to extend his life eternally. And he does so doing a very, very dark ritual that is not described. It just says that Talir advances his life beyond his natural life cycle. Talir becomes this powerful mage and lives for 200 years and constructs this room in memory of his mentor. So he does it in the way that he does it with his extended life. This room kind of stands as like a monument to all the good that Talir has done in his life. He starts trying to construct like the other rooms in this area and in this tower to just kind of remind him of all the good things that he did. And, you know, he constructs that room in the north so that he can talk to his mentor again. He constructs the rooms like to remind him of all the good qualities that he had. Well, as you understand magic in the modern age, you realize that Talir had become a lich, and he just did it in a very specific way that kind of just delayed the onset of becoming like a super lich. But the magic slowly starts to twist into a dark and demented type of magic, and it completely distorts all of that he sought to accomplish, and it completely turns into this death trap tower that you know, it's not what he intended at all, and he slowly descends into madness and disappears from time, and that is the last one. So from reading that and from like kind of like going through the story of Talir, you understand that this room is kind of the last good thing about Talir.
Yes. Do I recognize the name Talir, like from history, studying famous archmages of the past? Do I know where he kind of falls in the historical timeline? How long ago it was?
You just reading through and like reading all the tablets, we're talking about 1,000 years ago.
And this tower has been here for 1,000 years. But so was this tower here, and everyone knew it was here, and nobody had explored it, or was this tower not here last time somebody went through the area, and suddenly it's magically here?
The impression that you're getting is that the armies that have kind of taken up occupancy in this tower were the first ones to really start trying to explore it and trying to find all the secrets of the room. So like everybody who went into this tower and saw that it was like a 3-level tower just kind of took it at face value that you couldn't really get up to the top levels because there was some sort of weird magic, and we don't really want to mess with that. But the armies that are here started exploring that, and so all the stuff that's kind of opened up now is a result of the exploration by those armies.
As I'm reading through the tablet, once I finish reading, I sit down and not sit, but I take Lyle and Glix and explain what the story of the tablets was, who Talir was. Now that I have the entire picture, you know, I didn't want to start breaking down the story until I'd finished it.
And I'm sorry, what is a lich?
A lich is a mage who binds his life force into a physical object or set of objects in order to protect themselves and allow their life to extend eternally. They turn themselves into undead by binding their life force into this object. And it's basically, I take my soul and rip it out of my body and bind it to some physical artifact.
That sounds...
It's aberrant. An act of almost unspeakable levels of evil. But many of the most powerful mages throughout the course of history have sought lichdom because they are driven to finish whatever their project was, or their calling they felt was.
Okay. And is there any indication that, like, this is where he lives?
I don't know.
Still?
This was his project. This was kind of like his life's goal, finishing this tower. This was kind of the monument that he built as a lich to the good things in his life. And we aren't sure of anything else because the tower the story contained here only goes up through him finishing this room and the tower around it.
And to be a lich, you're always evil. Like, you can't be a good lich.
The act of making yourself into a lich turns you into a demon.
And the way that you understand magic in the world, the fact that he was even able to hold on to any good qualities for as long as he did, indicates he was pretty powerful.
Wow.
Yes, most liches turn down the path of evil long before they ever even attain lichdom. For somebody to retain any good qualities after they've successfully turned themselves into a lich takes power that is on par with the gods.
Whoa.
This mage is one of the most powerful mages that has ever walked the realms. End of story.
And we're burglarizing his house.
Probably.
Just wanted to make sure.
When you read through the story, the importance of the square, the circle, and the triangle all of a sudden starts to become a little bit clearer. You still haven't identified who's who, but you can reasonably surmise that those represent each of the three main characters in the story.
So
I walk back over to where I can get a better view of the altar. What was the order of the three shapes again?
So the square is like the template, right? Like it's the canvas. Inside of the square is a triangle, and overlaid over the triangle is a circle.
Does the circle go around the triangle, or is the circle inside of the triangle?
The circle goes around the triangle.
Circle goes around the triangle. Okay, so the square is the canvas, the circle is inside of that, and the triangle is inside of that. Okay. The square, based on that, the square would represent Tullier, the circle would represent the Archmage, and the Mentor would represent the triangle.
That is a pretty solid guess, and that's
because
take you.
The Mentor is the most important figure, which is why he's central, but his knowledge... He was the most important figure in Tullier's life, but his knowledge was surpassed by that of the Archmage, and he was a student of the Archmage, which is why the Archmage surrounds him in the circle. But Tullier is the entire picture, and his knowledge greatly surpasses that of both of them, which is why he is the square surrounding the outside.
And the triangle that you stepped on, where you got teleported to the little
represented
room,
the Mentor.
So was that the Mentor's room you went to?
The room was empty. It was just a little tiny room with the triangle. I think that room was just a trap meant to catch intruders, but I'm not positive. I would have to explore further.
Okay. Well, should we?
We can call it here if you guys want.
Yeah,
that's probably a good place.
All right.
And there's two rooms. There's two doors off of this room, right, Mauricio?
Yes.
Okay.
We leveling up?
No, not yet. Not yet. You guys are probably going to hang around 4 for a while.
All right.
I don't think we're going to hit 5 until at least we get out of here.
Yeah, 4 is a very, very 4 is one of my favorite levels, actually.
If we kill Tullier or we don't level up, though, I'm going to be very pissed, Mauricio.
Oh, yeah. You guys are totally going to go up against a super god lich at level 4. It'd be real good.
Maybe I happen to be doused in holy. Maybe I just happen to have a 25-gallon tank of holy water with me.
Yeah. Next session, we're totally taking on the lich at level 4.
That'll be good. All right. Thanks for playing.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.